Okay, so I'm going to talk about the next hero on the list. That one is Warlord CAO. So first of all, let's take a look at that hero. Just opening up now. So this is another one of those heroes like Ancestor that at the moment seems really overpowered, and that's predominantly due to the skills that it's got and what it brings to the team. At the moment, it seems that heroes that give either positive effects to the team itself is more powerful than the strong heroes themselves, such as say Sunkiller, which brings a lot but is probably more individually based. Warlord CAO isn't the strongest out there, it doesn't do the most damage, but what he does do, he does well. So I'm again just going to talk you through the skills. Typical grass hero, this one. So looking at the first one, AoE attack, so fires ricochet shot that damage multiple enemies and poisons them. Pretty standard for grass heroes to come with poison. Nothing original in that one. Again, reasonable attack. I think this one isn't fully upgraded yet. I think when it is, that will start to do a reasonable amount of damage. Dream Assassin, which is the second skill, attacks the enemy with the highest attack, dealing damage and reducing the target's attack itself. So predominantly that would be hitting Sunkiller, Luna, Emperor, the three heroes generally we see with the largest attack power. Obviously Emperor being wind, is pretty strong against it, but if he's in there with an Ancestor, for example, so reducing the damage he's receiving, then there's not going to be a huge amount that's going to hurt him. So pretty straightforward. Puts a shield on himself, reduces target damage by 30%, and deals obviously a reasonable amount of attack, 232.5. Chaotic hero, again poisons the attacker, so similar. During the duration of poison, the target's attack speed and damage are reduced, and he gains a crit on each successful attack, stacking up to 3 times. So again, can increase his crit up to 30%. Pretty much I'm finding that everything's critting anyway, on all heroes, so I don't think the increased crit is going to make a massive difference, if I'm honest with you. Certainly not if you're running around with Chaos Stones, so I'm not too overly impressed with that skill. 5% of target's max HP is damage. It's only one attacker, so it's who attacks him, so again nothing too special with that one. And the last one, King of Wei, so increases crit damage and gains corrosive effects, so increased damage to poison enemies, and each crit will increase attack speed for 2 seconds but doesn't stack, which is a bit of a shame. It'd be nice if it did stack, that one. It's quite a nice skill, so increases crit damage by 85%, so you're pretty much doubling your damage, and like I said earlier, pretty much most attacks are critting at the moment, so that's a nice damage boost. Increased damage to poison targets, so first skill and third skill apply poison, so that can come in handy, and increases the attack speed as well, so that's quite a nice skill, and does give quite a lot of flexibility to Warlord CAO. His ultimate skill is the one that really makes a difference, similar to Ancestor. So as you can see there, he deals 300% attack damage, nothing major there, to all enemies, which is nice, and prevents healing for 5 seconds. Come back to that. This attack crit rate is increased by 70% and increases crit damage and attack speed by 15%. So he's got a lot of damage increasing skills, stacks up to 5 times. I haven't seen it stack yet, if I'm honest with you. I don't think he does it fast enough to be able to stack that quickly. Maybe if he's under constant attack, so perhaps an Emperor, several AoE attacks hitting him, that may start to stack there and you'd notice the difference. What is good about this is the prevent healing for 5 seconds. This is just basic, so this isn't improved. That makes a massive difference. 5 seconds doesn't sound a lot, But if your heroes can't heal, it, they will fall quite quickly, especially if you've got a lot of healers in your lineup. So I would say Warlord CAO is probably the second best hero from the new patch, simply because what he brings to the team. Again, at the moment, it's difficult to suggest whether to go with. Those are vanguards, so you're normally going with perhaps the Repentance gear, and obviously with a compass that provides extra attack damage. At the moment, I'm using the defensive armor on him, and the attack compass. He's got a lot of survivability when used with Ancestor, but if you keep him alive, and he's constantly stopping the other team from healing, you're going to do damage, and does potentially give the option to use Ancestor with only one healer, Triptycha for example, which would then bring Emperor, if you're looking at a predominantly Oriental lineup, as one of your stronger heroes to use. So again, nice skills, a must really, currently, with Ancestor to have in your lineup if you want to be able to compete. I don't necessarily agree with the fact that you have to have certain heroes. It would be nice whether each hero's brought something to the table rather than having two really strong overpowered ones. But while that is the case, you've got to have these two heroes in your lineup really, otherwise you're not going to be getting anywhere if you're lined up with somebody. To put it in perspective, you're seeing heroes with 300k less power winning because of these two heroes in their lineup. They are that strong. So probably Ancestor first, but the next one to come along to is definitely this one. The third hero we'll come across is the other one that's hard to do, which is Delpha, which will be our next video. But again, similar to Ancestor, so if you have any questions or anything specifically that you want to discuss with Warlord CAO, obviously pop a comment, let me know, and obviously add anything from there. Thanks a lot everyone.